Welcome everyone for this session. So today we are going to conducting fourth session of this lesson, synthetic fibers and plastics. So let's begin with session with a quick revision what we have learned in the last videos. Okay, first we have gone through the introduction video. In introduction video we have learned that how synthetic fibers are made. Firstly we have learned about the history of clothes, history of fibers, how we have started obtaining fibers from plants and animals. Okay, so those were the natural fibers that we are obtaining and utilizing in our daily purpose. Okay, afterwards we have gone through that. What happens in the 19th century? Okay, when the industrialization started. So in that situation, what happened? The scientists have invented the several chemicals. With the help of those several chemicals, we can make the clothes fibers. Okay, so they were man-made fibers in factories and all that. So they have named as synthetic fiber, and also they are called man-made fibers. Okay, so after that we have learned about that how that synthetic fibers are used. Okay, how they are important for us. Nylon, rayon, we have gone through that how they are useful for us. Okay, what are the advantages of using the synthetic fibers? Okay, why we have started using synthetic fibers? What are their benefits to us? That all we have gone through last video. So in this video we are going to learn about another very important synthetic fibers. Okay, and acrylic. So both synthetic fibers from polyester and acrylic both are important for human being. Okay, so most of the fibers that we are using, synthetic fibers, nowadays it is the part of our daily life. So we cannot deny, we cannot stop using those things. Okay, so let's begin with the advantages of those synthetic fibers. Okay, this session we can divide into two parts. First, we are going to see about the polyester and acrylic, how they are made up of, what are their uses, what are the advantages, and lastly we are going to see what are the advantages of that. Okay, polyester is also a popular synthetic fibers. Okay, polyester, this word is made up of two different words, poly and ester. Okay, if you go through, it is a compound word. Okay, polyester. Okay, polyester. Poly means what? Repetition. Ester is a chemical. Okay, so repetition of chemical bond. Okay, we get the polyester. Okay, what we can divide it, poly and ester. Polyester is made up of two different words, poly and ester. Poly means repetition. Ester means the chemical bond. When the chemical bond repeats itself, we get which type of fiber? Polyester. Okay, so polyester is a well-known fabric to us. Okay, nowadays we are using the cotton clothes because we understood that why we should not use the polyesters. Okay, see polyesters. If you observe any old movie, okay, if your father or grandfather, if they are fond of movies, okay, old movies, so you can also find out, go YouTube and find out that in 1980s, 70s and 60s, okay, 1960s, 70s, 80s, in that 3 decades, if you observe that most of the heroes of those movies, okay, you found out they were using a very shiny cloth. Okay, actually that cloth is very shiny, colorful. Okay, so means in those days it was a fashion. Nowadays we have different trends to wear the clothes. What type of clothes we are using? We go through according to fashion, not comfort. Okay, mostly we Indian people, what do? We first of all we go through the trend. Which trend is going on? Which type of clothes should we use? What happens if we use this kind of clothes? Okay, so that is the trend setter we follow. In 1867 and 18th century, those heroes were using a very shiny cloth, long, colorful, thin. That is polyester. Okay, so means it was a craze at that time using the polyester, and it was also a status symbol because whatever the clothes we are using, those were made up of khadi or cotton. Okay, regular woolen clothes were also there, silk is also there, but silk is quite expensive. So from the invention of the silks to now, still the silk has maintained its status. Okay, at that time also silk was a precious cloth. Now also we'll find out silk is a precious cloth. Okay, so artificial silk we have learned in our last video. Okay, so what happens, that was a status symbol for them. Because newly scientists have invented that. That's why everybody wanted to wear that. Okay, so what are the advantages? Why the people have started using the polyester clothes? First of all, if you see that, if you crumble it, now if this is the cotton clothes, if I crumble it, okay, I will find the wrinkle on that cloth. Whatever the clothes we use, cotton or not, take it and crumble it. Okay, after washing also you can see. Take a cotton clothes, just wash it and keep it for drying. Afterwards you will find out the wrinkled clothes. You need to press it and again make it cool. But here, the special thing about polyester is that polyester does not get wrinkled easily. If you go through the polyester does not get wrinkled easily. If you try it, okay, if you try to wash it, it does not get wrinkled easily. 2, 3, 4, after 5, 4 washing, you find out you need to press it. Okay, so it does not wrinkle it, and you can wash it very easily. Okay, whatever the dirt or any spots were there, okay, coffee, tea, anything, you can wash it easily. Because what is the reason behind that? Okay, the fibers does not allow those things to enter in it. Okay, it does not absorb water or any liquid. Okay, it does not absorb liquid. That means what happened? We can wash it easily. What happens if the cotton clothes I am wearing and this marker ink fell down on my clothes? My clothes started absorbing it. Because it is for that purpose only, no? Cotton clothes, whatever we are using, we find out that if we use it, they absorb the sweat from our body. So same, the water fell down, they will absorb. They absorb means those materials that enters in the yarns of that clothes. When we wash it, it is very difficult for it. But in polyester, in that case, it does not allow to absorb, so we can wash it very easily. Okay, so another type of polyester, that is a terylene. Okay, terylene is also very popular polyester, and if the people you are giving preference to make the clothes, that is made up of terylene. Terylene is one of the famous polyester. It is a type of polyester and it is very famous polyester. Okay, so whatever the clothes I am discussing you, that is made up of this terylene. Okay, there are different types of polysters. Okay, according to use, nowadays also still they are inventing different types of polysters according to uses. Okay, and from that terylene is a famous polyester that is useful to make the clothes. The main purpose of that is to make clothes. Okay, so the advantage we have seen that. Another is that we called it in scientific language PET, that is polythene terephthalate. What do we call it? Polythene terephthalate. Okay, now what is the use of that? Okay, now it is a very versatile use of the PET. What is the, why I am saying that for versatile use of PET? The PET material we found in our daily life, at our home, in our bag, okay, everywhere. Okay, if I am standing in the room, I will find out the 3-4 things which is made up of PET. Okay, right in front of me there is a chair. You cannot see the camera, but that is also made up of PET. Okay, so this PET, it is present in everybody's home. Okay, so PET is what we can say, the bottles, utensils, films, wires, okay, mugs, these all the things are made up of PET. Okay, so this is the we can say useful thing for us. Okay, it is very famous, well known and used by most of the people. Okay, so that is a PET. Okay, so next one we can say advantages of that. These are very durable, cheap, durable, lightweight. Okay, what is the special thing about the plastic or the PET? That is a cheap, durable and light. Okay, so see, this is the chair in front of me. Okay, I can hold this chair very easily in one hand. Okay, it is an example of PET. Why this is example of PET? This is lightweight, okay, durable and cheap. Okay, if you compare it, it is lightweight, durable and cheap. Okay, I can use it for about 8 to 10 years. Nothing harm for it. Not a single insect will destroy this chair. But if I am using the wooden chair or an iron chair, wooden chair, it will damage easily because of water. Okay, maybe some insects will destroy it. Okay, if I am started using the iron, rust will destroy it. Okay, hardly in 2 to 3 years it will get destroyed. But what about this PET, the chair? It is a durable, long lasting. If we not move from one place, maybe the 100 years the chair will remain the same. Okay, if I kept that chair in that corner, no one is touching. Only we are using, someone is coming, sitting on that, using it again. So it will remain for 100 years also. So the special thing about this PET or any synthetic fiber, whether it is sterylene, polyester, okay, acrylic, thing is that synthetic fibers are durable than natural fibers. Long lasting, durable, okay, cheaper also, lightweight. So that is why we are using these products. That is the main reason. Okay. Afterwards, we are going to see about another synthetic fiber, that is acrylic. Okay. Now that acrylic means what? Sometime we go in the market before beginning of winter season or ending at the end of monsoon season. What do we observe? We observe that we find out few clothes, they were very cheaper. Actually they are woolen clothes and they are cheaper. Really they are woolen clothes? They are made up of wool, natural fibers? No. The clothes they were using, they are made up of acrylic. Acrylic is a natural, it is a synthetic fiber. Okay. They are made up of chemicals. They are not the natural fibers. But if you compare that, you cannot find out any difference between acrylic and natural fiber. They look like the same. Acrylic and natural fiber, woolen fiber, they both looks like the same. You cannot spot any difference between that. So that is the special thing about acrylic. So acrylic is considered for the woolen clothes. Okay, so it is widely for the use. They are widely used for the woolen clothes. So next one is that we are going to see about very important. Nowadays we are using polycot, polywool, terrycot. Okay, so whenever you go and purchase the bed sheet and something, you find out that sir, this is made up of terrycot. Terrycot actually it is made up of two words. It is made up of polywool. Actually it is made up of two different materials. Polycot, that is also made up of two different. What? Polyester plus cotton. polyester plus cotton, that is polycotton. Okay, when the polyester and the cotton they mixed it, polyester plus cotton, when they mix it for the different purpose, okay, that is the polycad. So now synthetic fibers and natural fibers, people are using both fibers, make their mixtures and use it because they want polyester, that synthetic fibers and natural fibers, they want both qualities. They want the qualities from natural fibers also and synthetic fibers. They want durable also and easily decomposable also, or sweat absorbing also. So when they want the both things, they have made these mixtures: polycot, polyester cotton, polywool, polyester plus wool, terrycot, terylene plus cotton. So they are using the both materials, synthetic fibers and natural fibers, and they are making the different types of fibers with the help of mixtures. Okay, so these are the things we have gone through. These all are the advantages. These all are the advantages. But every coin has a two side. Okay, there is a phrase that we always use: every coin has two. We can say two faces, two sides. Okay, so this is the advantage, but somewhere they are harmful for us also. Okay, sorry. So why they are called harmful or disadvantages? Safety and first aid. Whenever we think about safety and first aid, when we think about the kitchen, we always say that wherever we are in the kitchen, we should use cotton clothes. Why should we use cotton clothes? What is the reason behind that? Why should not we use polyester or terylene clothes? Why cotton clothes are preferring? Do the small experiment. Just take a piece of cotton cloth and take a piece of any synthetic fibers, maybe take a terylene or polyester. Burn to both of them. If you are doing this experiment, please take help of your parents, don't do your own. Burn to both of them. You will find out after burning, the cotton turn into ashes. After burning, cotton turn into ashes. But polyester, it does not burn properly. After burning also it releases sticky material. Okay, and just like something sticky substance. The same happens when it burns on our body. If the cotton burns on our body, it does not do any harm to our body. It burns, turn into ashes. But if we are using any polyester clothes and if the cloth is burning, it can severely damage to your skin. It burns and stick to your skin, and it's dried and it's completely burned to your skin also. So these are the disadvantages. These are one of the disadvantages of using these clothes. Second one is that it does not absorb any sweat or something, water or whatever. And you know that if the clothes does not absorb the sweat, what happens? We feel itching on that place. We feel itching on that place. So that is the reason that we should use cotton clothes. Okay, so there are this type of disadvantages also there. It does not absorb sweat. After burning, it can damage to our body. Okay, and it is quite hard, so it rushes to our body. Rushes means ghisna. So it may damage to our skin also. So these are some disadvantages from that. Okay, so here I wanted to finish this lecture. I hope you have understood the disadvantages and advantages of using polyester and all that. So that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.